this problem is number 46 from page 128. And for this problem, I want to use truth tables to show that not, open parentheses, P and Q, is equivalent to not P or not Q. Now in the book, they did not put this second part in parentheses, but I included the parentheses there just to sort of separate it from the rest of the problem. This one has P, Q, two statements, so that's going to be 4 lines. In fact, let me write out how many lines on the table, on the truth table. I'll put a question mark. 2 to the power 2. The power indicates how many statements there are. 4. So 2 to the second power gives me 4 lines. To set this up, I'll start it off my usual way. Keep the right side open. P, Q, and then I'll need 4 lines underneath my title line. So if you count the title as a line, that's going to be 5 lines on the table. So my 2 columns, P, Q, and what I generally do is I will have the one furthest in alternating. So Q would be TF, TF. And then P, 2 T's, 2 F's. I'll just follow that pattern till I get them all filled in. For the first one here, P and Q, I will need to do a column for P and Q. I hope you have that one memorized at this point. If I use my column numbers, column 1, column 2, here's column 3. And so column 3 is column 1 connected by and to column 2. For the and statement, they have to both be true for it to be true. On the first line, T and T. So that's a T. On the second line, T and F. Well, that's false. On the third line, F and T. That is false. And on the fourth line, false and false. That's false. For the fourth column, I'll do the not, open parentheses, P and Q. So the fourth column, I'll put my 4 up here, is going to be the not of column 3. So everything in column 3, you change it to its opposite. So line number 1, it's column 3 has a T. Column 4 is going to have an F. On line number 2, column 3 has F. Column 4 has T. So the next few lines, same. So instead of T, F, 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 we'll have F, T, T, T. We're halfway through with this problem. I've done the first part, and what I would usually do if I'm showing equivalence is I draw on my truth table sort of a double line right there. Now you're not going to see that double line in the book, but that's what I use to say, okay, I'm done with this. We're going to continue with these same columns, P and Q, and build this next part of the question. So for this, I'm going to need a column for not P. I will call this column number 5. And column number 5 is the not of column number 1. So if column number 1 here has a T, column 5 has an F. On the second line, column 1 has a T, column 5 has an F. On the third line, column 1 has F, column 5 has T. And on the fourth line, column 1 has F, so column 5 has a T. From here, I want to build or put in a column for not Q. This column, not Q, will be column number 6. And that's the not of column number 2. So column number 2, the first line there is a T. Column 6 will be an F. In column 2, there's an F. Column 6 will be a T. The next line, column 2 is a T. Column 6 will be an F. And the fourth line, column 2 is F. So column 6 will be a T. Finally, we're ready to build that last part of the question, not P or not Q. This, in column numbers, this will be column number 7. And that's going to be column 5, connected by OR to column 6. So remember, for the OR statement, one of them has to be true for me to write true, or both of them could be true for me to write true. In terms of the statements we used in class, if column 5 is we will go to Blue Bayou, column 6 is we will go to the movies, this is we will go to Blue Bayou or we will go to the movies. Don't worry about the nots if you're using these statements, Blue Bayou and the movies. We're just looking straight at the column, nothing else, because we've already built the knots into column 5 and column 6. So if I go with that, we will go to Blue Bayou or we will go to the movies. On the first line, both statements are false. We did not go to Blue Bayou. We did not go to the movies. So we broke the promise. That's an F. On the second line, we did not go to Blue Bayou. We did go to the movies. So we will go to Blue Bayou or we will go to the movies. Well, that's true. We went to the movies. On the third line, we will go to Blue Bayou or we will go to the movies. Blue Bayou is true. The movies is false. But we said or, so we can get by with doing just one of them. On the fourth line, we go to Blue Bayou is true. We go to the movies is true. Promise is not broken. That's true. So T or T is also a true statement. Now, the problem on this 46 said show that one statement is equivalent to another statement. Make sure to finish this problem off that you give that conclusion. If you give just this truth table like this, you're going to miss points on the test. You have to say, look, column 4 is equal to column 7. In fact, I'll go ahead and write that out. Column 4 is equivalent to column 7. That means that the two statements they gave me are indeed equivalent.